Hello my friends and welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Sonja and in this video I am sharing with you my 2023 marathon decorate with me video. And this is a video where I put together all of my Christmas decorate with me 2023 videos to give you uninterrupted inspiration. You can put this on your TV, phone, or your tablet and get some cozy Christmas vibes and some more Christmas inspiration for your own decorating. I really hope you enjoyed this video. You guys seem to love these marathon type of videos. I know now is the time when a lot of you start to decorate. So if you need something to play in the background that is full of Christmas decorations, then this video is for you. I really hope you guys enjoy it. I also want to say thank you all for so much for hanging out with me this Christmas decorate with me season and watching all my videos. I truly appreciate you all, and I also want to take the time to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, just in case if you don't come back in a month of December to watch some of the rest of the videos. I sure hope you do. There are still plenty that I want to share with you before the end of the year. But I just wanted to take a moment to thank you all and to let you know how grateful I am for all of you. So here is my front porch all cleared up. I have brought up my 2 new Christmas trees that I'm going to be adding to the pots. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I typically just do pot arrangements in these pots, but I thought I'd change it up this year and do something different. I'm not going to be decorating the side porch because I haven't really found that I'm using it, but I will be making one more arrangement because I feel like I need one, and then I'm going to share the lights that we're going to be putting up. So we're going to be putting up the all-new lights. I have received these from them, and the ones that I had picked out are the 720 LED 60-foot string lights. It contains 16.4 feet of lead wire and total of 120 drops. Each string of LED icicle Christmas lights can be connected up to 3 sets, and that is what I had, and they have 8 different modes as well as timers that you can set them up. Now I just need my husband to hang these up. I do have 3 peaks on my roof that we will not be reaching because neither one of us is tall enough to reach them. So we're just gonna go straight across, and because they are icicle lights, I think they're going to be fine going just across. I do love that I have several different options, even though I am not the happiest one to put the colored lights on. That's more of my husband's thing. If you're interested in getting these lights yourself, I do have a code to save you 30% off, and it will be linked down below. So I'm going to start off by assembling my Christmas trees. Now I did purchase these at Walmart. I shared what type of a tree this is in one of my previous videos when I was talking about my plans for Christmas decor, and I was very pleased that they did fit. I was worried that they were going to be too wide and they're going to encroach in the passage, but they were perfect. Perfect size. They did take a little bit of fluffing up, but once I was done with it, I was quite pleased with the way they looked, and it just brings light to the front porch as well. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, welcome. My name is Sonja and I do decorating, seasonal decorating videos on this channel, along with some organization, clean with me type of videos. So if this is something that you think you would love to watch, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you get notified when things pop up. I still have few more videos for Christmas decorating in the Christmas decorating series, so you definitely want to have that notification bell on. And if you had missed some of my videos, I will link the playlist in the description box so you can catch up on all of them. And I also want to thank each and one of you that have taken the time to watch my videos and comment and press like. I appreciate you so very much, and I love connecting with you through this platform and having you be part of my YouTube family. I did set up my other tree off camera just because I didn't want to bore you with me fluffing the tree. Kind of got the idea of how that's done with my first tree. Now I take this I think this was a wash basin. I got this from a friend of mine from her father-in-law's house a few years back, and I've been kind of using it on and off for different seasons. I'm going to put a pot insert in here with dirt because this is where I'm going to do my little Christmas pot arrangement, my Christmas urn. I did get all my greenery, most of my greenery this year at Walmart and Canadian Tire. The birch branches I've had on hand, and all the other like berries and other fillers that I added, I already had on hand from previous years. This used to be one of my favorite things to do. We used to have a florist that was in town, and she would organize a little wine and urn night. She used to call it wine and pot night, but and we would go to her house, and she had a full setup where she had all the greens available to us that we could purchase as we were building our urns, our pots, and she had all sorts of different fillers, and we could gather up all of our friends, kind of girlfriends, to go, and it was just a fun night out with the girls and doing something creative and having some wine. Unfortunately, she had moved away and is way too far. I think it's about an hour and a half now for us to drive, so we've been kind of doing did it a few times in my sister's garage, but we seem to have an issue with finding time that works for all of us, so we've decided to just do things on our own. So I like to do droopy branches first and kind of set up a base, and then I add more of a perkier branches as a backdrop, and then I add the fillers. I have several tutorials on how I actually do this step by step over on my DIY channel. So the link to that channel is in the description box, and you can check it out. There's a couple different ways I've done them over the years, and I'm sure you can find one that you would like to see. And if you're having a hard time finding them, just drop me a message and I can send you a direct link to either one of those videos. There is just a few of them.
Oh, oh, oh. Da, 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 oh, oh, oh. Da, 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 oh, oh, oh. Da, 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 da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la 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 la, oh, oh, la 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 la, oh, oh, la 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 la. Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree. And I've lit my house with Christmas lights. So you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all
Once I add all my fillers, and these could be berries, I use that little twig ball, and then I add some, you can do curly willows in there. I couldn't find mine. I did find it now, so I might add that as well to it. Really anything. These, you can find these at dollar stores. My berries did come from dollar stores. They also have pine cone branches. Those would look good as well. This snowflake came from Dollar Tree, and I just painted it white. Like I said, I mean, possibilities are endless, and you can change it out every year, those embellishments, to suit the color of your style, the Christmas style color, and then just build it up and fill in as you go, so there's no empty spots, and that's it.
till the sun comes up. These are the good times with you, baby. This year it's just gonna be you and me.
And over here in the rocking chair, I do like to add a pillow and a blanket just to warm up the space, soften it up. And I chose a white one, and then I'm also adding a pillow here, and it just says sleigh rides. Now, I have a same style of a pillow inside that says a Christmas tree farm, and I'm thinking I might swap them out because I feel like my front porch gave me, once it was done, those Christmas tree farm vibes. So that's what I was thinking about doing, is switching out those pillows. Now I'm going to add my garland. This was a DIY. Originally I did buy these wreaths at Michael's several years back. They had all sorts of different stuff on them. Last year I did, however, take everything off, just kept the green base and added some cedar to it, some other greenery pegs to it, and then also some blackberries. I just wanted something a little bit more neutral. The other one was very cutesy, and this one was definitely a lot more, I feel like, let's say, a lot more grown up. But I love it, and you know, you never know, maybe next year I will add something new to it. But I just love the size of them and how they look, and the greenery is really good quality, so I didn't want to just go out and buy a whole brand new wreaths. I just spruce these up a little bit, and I hang my wreaths with a fishing line, and I loop the fishing line to the inside where I have a command hook upside down. I don't know if you guys remember last year, I don't know if it was too cold, somebody had said to leave them sitting for a while, which I did try that as well, and it just did not, the command hooks did not work. Like I said, the day that I was decorating last year was I think the coldest day of winter. It felt that way anyways, and I don't know if that was affecting the command hooks, but they seemed to work on the other side. It was just I could not get them to stick to the front of the doors, so back to hanging them that way, and it doesn't really bother me. You can't even see the fishing line. And now I am adding my Merry Christmas sign. This was a very inexpensive DIY that I also created on my DIY channel, and it cost me $1.50 to do. And now I just showing you, my husband has hung up the lights, and I'm quite happy with the way they look. I will show you in just a minute what they look like on. But just before I do that, I wanted to show you, I did add a little mat. I'm a little bummed because you can't even see what it says. It says Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, from Home Alone. So I think I'm gonna have to get a new one for here. And here are the lights on. I am going to have my husband switch them into several different modes just in a second, so you can see what all of that looks like. He ended up plugging them not together but separately. I do not know why he chose that, but they can connect to each other. I'm not bothered by the fact that they did not go onto the peaks, because like I said, with the icicle lights, I don't think that matters all that much. I think if they were just single lights, then you would really see it, but with the icicle lights, it did not matter. I think if he had them all plugged in together to each other, it would be more synchronized, but he says he wants to keep them in one mode anyways, so I just wanted to show you all the different modes that are available. I do like this one, I think, the best. So if you want to check those the lights out, I will leave a link down below, as well as the code to save you 30%. Now let's get back to the porch, and here is what the porch looks like. Make sure you stay tuned till the end, because I will show you how everything all lit up together looks. I am so pleased with the way it looked. It went so much less than previous years, but I can't complain about it because I love it. Let me know what you guys think, especially if you've been around and seen my previous porches, what you guys think. Should have I added more, less, or do you think it's perfect? If you had enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching. Hello my friends, and welcome to my channel. Today is a first video of Christmas decorating for 2023, and I will be taking you along as I decorate my front room, my front foyer, my entryway, whichever way you call it. I am very excited to be kicking off this decorating season and to actually decorate my house, and I'm so excited to be taking you along with me. So without further ado, let's get started. So I am starting with a clean slate. I have cleaned this area, which is a video previous to this one, so I can link it up in the sky for you. And I also set up my Christmas tree. In this area, I have my tall and slim tree. This is a 9-foot tree, and I fluffed it up, set it up so that way I'm not taking along with that one. I really took this year time to fluff up the trees, and I think it made such a big difference. Then I went into my garden and snipped some cedar. I needed to trim my tree at the front, so it came in at the right time, and I am adding them into this vase. Now I did fill up the vase with water, and if your house is really dry or you keep your temperature pretty high, I would recommend to keep checking the water and refilling it, and this will keep your cedar fresh looking for the whole season. I have done this for multiple years and never really had a problem. You could go one step further and soak the cedar if you want for a couple hours before adding it to the vase with water. This will make it last even longer. We had rain, so I did not soak my cedar, and I usually don't soak it anyways and never have a problem. I love the look of cedar, and unfortunately we don't have Hobby Lobby. I lucked out one year and got a bunch of cedar from HomeSense, but I have not been able to find any again. Now, I did hear that Michael's had some, but knowing the prices at Michael's, the amount of cedar that I wanted to use in this year's decor, I would not be able to afford it. So, I ended up going with the real deal, and I am absolutely loving the result. You can trim your branches to the length you need. You can make them as full or as not full as you want. Now, to add a little bit more texture to the vase, I am adding these eucalyptus leaves that I got from Dollarama. I did get them this year for fall decor, and I did just see them again, and they are so beautiful, so such a good quality and really great looking. So if you're on a hunt for a decently priced eucalyptus leaves, make sure you head on over to Dollarama, because like I said, I absolutely love them. I've had a couple people come to my house during fall and run to Dollarama to get them themselves, because they are that good. Also want to mention that if you guys are enjoying this video and want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified when new videos come up. This will be next month and a half will be all about Christmas, so lots of different content coming your way, so make sure that bell is on, because don't have a very consistent schedule at this time, so you never know when the new video will pop up, and having that bell on, it will notify you when it does. So next thing, I'm going to be adding the lantern, and I did add batteries to it this time, so that way it creates a really nice ambiance, especially in the evening. I like to add lots of lighting, soft lighting, when I'm doing my Christmas decor. I just think it adds such a whimsical feel. Then I added a little cutout board, and I put my candle in it. I mentioned this before. I am slowly switching out all of my candles and wax melts to soya wax. Just supposed to be better for you. And I'm almost done all of the candles that I've had, because I had a huge stock of candles, and this one is soya blend, so it has both the paraffin wax, and I think it's paraffin wax and soy wax, but I just purchased some wax melts that were just soya wax. So I'm looking forward to using those and see how they work out. Now I'm going to add this basket. I got this basket at HomeSense, and I just added some bubble wrap to raise it up a little bit and some burlap at the bottom, and I'm adding these branches. Now I've had these branches for a while. I just did trim our white birch at the front and ended up with more branches. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using those inside or outside. And then to add a little bit more texture to it, I'm going to cut off some cedar branches here and add those to here as well, just to kind of tie everything together. I'm also going to be adding this blanket. I love this blanket. I have a pillow that's very similar to this, and this blanket kind of set off my color decor scheme last year, and I'm still love using it. Do apologize for Duke. He has to be part of everything that I do. So on the opposite side, I'm adding this deer, and as I showed you, the antler had fallen off, so I do have to hot glue it to his head. And then I also want to add this little tree. Now this little tree I picked up, I'm not sure whether it was Dollarama or Dollar Tree, but I just want to say, if you want these cheaper but budget friendlier trees to look a little bit more expensive, you can always find a pot that you like and add them to it. I just think it elevates the look so much, and usually it's things you have around the house. I had that pot for a while now. I did buy it at Dollarama, but it does not look like a Dollarama pot. Now I felt like I needed another Christmas tree, so I have added this one. I've had these for a while. I think they came from Shoppers Drug Mart. My mom bought a whole bunch of them and then ended up giving some to me and some to my sister. And I added some twinkling lights to it, and I shaped the branches to go down so it almost looks like an alpine tree a little bit. I do have some alpine trees that I'm using in a living room, and I thought that would tie all of it kind of together. So I did take a pause, and this is the next day. I did run out to the store and pick up these bells at Home Sense. As you can see, I think one was $16.99 and one was $14.99. Not the most affordable ones, but they're pretty much the only ones that I could find that size, and I really wanted to add bells to the bottom of this shelf. I love bells. I love the cowbells, and they are so hard to find here. I know that Sheridan Nursery has some for around $30, but they're fairly small. I did order some last year off of Amazon, and I know Amazon has a couple different sizes. The bigger ones that are about this size for 3, it's about $50, and the smaller ones are, I think, $16.99, which they seem to be a little bit more affordable. So, but I love the way these look right here, and I'm pleased that I was able to find them. Now we are moving on to trimming the tree, and I like to keep the tree in a woodsy style and theme. And I have been slowly adding decorations to it. A lot of them are DIY. Some I picked up at just like small little shops, local shops. And then there are a couple items from dollar stores as well. I would like to add a beaded ribbon to this tree. I think that would look really good. And I have a couple plans to DIY some ornaments as well, kind of high-end dupes that I've seen. So I will be adding that to the tree as the season kind of goes, because I haven't done those DIYs yet. Those are plans for November. So I did not add a whole lot of ornaments just because I will be adding more to it as the time goes. Every tree, so I have 3 full-size trees on my main floor, and every single one of them has its own theme, and it's in its own room with its own theme kind of thing, but I try to kind of carry one color throughout. I happen to be carrying several colors. So the green is of the obvious color. I do like to add pops of red in every room, and then going with that rustic color, almost like a rust color, like the gold to brownish color throughout. I've been really loving that color. I have a lot of ornaments that I DIYed last year that I used on a different tree, and I have similar color ornaments here that I purchased at a garden center. So I like to kind of carry those colors from room to room. Even though every room is different, it has a common color to tie it all together. And I do always feel that you need red because Christmas is color red to me. So I always like to incorporate red. This year, it's going to be a little hard to keep the little hands off of it, but off of all the trees, but we have lots of time to practice. I would love to know what are some of the styles of a tree decor that you guys have in your home. What color combinations do you like to use? My very first tree was gold and red, and that tree, although no longer I have, but a lot of the ornaments I do still use, because my traditional tree is in my family room, and those are the primary colors that I use on that tree. But I would love to know what type of decorations do you guys use, the color, the style, and what you love. once I was done trimming the tree, I did add a skirt, but my camera turned off. It is a burlap skirt that I've used for a couple years. I just think it looks really good in this area, and my lens is really dirty when the sun hits it. And then I also added the red mailbox. I think the kids are going to get a kick out of that mailbox.
One thing, is there anything that you're missing? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow.
Now the last thing that I'm adding to my front entryway is this beautiful pine. I think it's the Norfolk pine wreath. I think I was calling it something different in one of my other videos, so I do apologize for that. But I absolutely love this wreath. I did get it at Sheridan Nurseries, and it was $30, and I just love the way that looks.
Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your...
To end this video, I'm going to give you a little tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you like the most, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your continuing support. And if you want to go an extra mile, you can compare this decor with last year's, as I have all those videos down in the description box as well if you want to see how I decorated this area last year. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. I always like to start by showing you a blank canvas. I had taken everything off, cleaned everything, and that way I don't have any clutter kind of clouding my decorating judgments. This video was recorded over a span of 2 days because by the time I got everything cleaned up, it was a little bit late for me to start decorating. I did, however, want to put on this garland. This garland I purchased many years ago at HomeSense. I actually bought 2 for my bigger fireplace, but you know, as the time goes, sales change. So I wanted to use it here, but I also wanted to spruce it up. So I added command hooks and to the sides, but then decided that I do want maybe one for the middle as well. I wasn't sure whether I wanted it to droop down or to sit on top. I also wanted to add a whole bunch of greenery to it. I had some frosted eucalyptus leaves, I had some just lamb's ears, I had I think I had a whole bunch of other type of greenery that was frosted that I was going to use, and I also added some lights to it. So the reason why this is going so fast is because once I was done decorating it, I was so pooped and wanting to go to sleep. I went to sleep, and when I woke up in the morning, the garland and all the command hooks were on the floor. So I ended up redoing the whole thing over again, but I did want to show you real life, because sometimes I do kind of do a dry run decor just to see how things turn out before and then I take them apart and then do them on the video. But this is a little bit harder to do, as if I was to take the garland off, I wouldn't be able to show you how I added all the things off. Meaning is that if I went and did it again, it would probably turn out differently. So I wanted to show you this one, and then you'll see soon enough what the other one looked like once the daytime was on and I put it back up. So while I'm decorating it, I just want to say welcome if you're stopping by for the first time. Welcome if you're returning. My name is Sonja, and on this channel I like to share lots of decorating ideas, especially seasonal, as well as with some cleaning and organizing. So if this is something that you think you'd be interested in watching, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit your notification bell, and if you are enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. So here we are the next day. So I did replace the stickers for the command hooks again, and I actually waited several hours before hanging this up. I did decide to have it sitting on top. So like I was mentioning before, I used different types of frosted eucalyptus. I used some dogwood, boxwood, as well as some random greenery that I had just from Dollarama. I love Dollarama's greenery when they have it. They don't always have it, but when they do get it, it tends to be a pretty good quality and looks really good. So I also decided to take off the lights, and I added some twinkling lights, which I will have linked in the description box for you to check them out. I got them last year, a whole bunch of them, and I didn't really use them last year as much as I should have, but I am using them now simply because I wasn't too keen on having to turn them on. I kind of like to plug everything into my Wi-Fi plug and set a timer, and everything kind of goes on at the same time. But I'm loving the way the little twinkling lights look versus the old style Christmas lights. So going back to this garland, if you just have a simple garland, you can spruce it up just by adding random greenery that you have around your house, and it will give it some different texture. It will give it volume, and you can also add pine cones, Christmas balls. What else could you? Even those little berries. I mean, anything that you want to tie in your decor with, you can add here, and it will just give it such a custom look. You can layer different garlands, like if you have a frosted one and just a normal one, or if you have a cedar one or eucalyptus, you can layer it with a different style of a garland, and that will give it such a unique custom look. I love doing that. It's kind of one of a kind, and then every year it looks a little different, which is nice because it gives you that sense of you are having something new here. I did not purchase anything new for this room. I just used a lot of my DIYs that I have created over on my DIY channel last year in this room especially, and then just some old decor that I've had from previous years. Alright, so I think I finally reached the look that I was going for. I will be sharing a closer look once I'm done decorating the whole thing. So I'm adding my old lantern. I absolutely love this lantern, and I use it at different areas throughout the house throughout the year. This year it's making its appearance on my fireplace. And then I like to kind of even out add something to the opposite side, just to kind of even it out. I thought I wanted these little Christmas trees here, but as you will see shortly, I will change my mind. Last year I used my deers here, and I thought maybe do something different, but I loved the way my DIY deers looked here last year. So once I've decided that the Christmas trees weren't working for me, I did end up adding the deers instead. So as you can see, I was going to use both of these trees here, but I thought it was too much greenery almost, so I decided against it, even though I love Christmas trees and love using them in all sorts of nooks and crannies and adding as many as I possibly could. It just wasn't working for me here. So like I said, I decided to add my deers here. The big deer I thrifted, he was a sparkling blue color, and the little deers are from Dollar Tree. They're the glass looking ones, and I just gave them a good coat of black chalk paint with I think I added baking soda into chalk paint or cornstarch. I'm not sure. I would have to go back and watch the video that I made last year over on my DIY channel. And I just love the way they look. And then on the opposite side, just to add the groups of 3, I added a sign and then just a little vase, a DIY vase with some frosted cedar. And then I thought it would look good to add some twinkling lights inside the lantern as well. So here is a closer look of the finished product. Like I said, I absolutely love the way my garland looks. I think it's so unique with lots of different colors, textures, and it definitely voluminized it and made it look a lot more expensive. Now moving on, I'm going to add some stuff to this side table. So I'm starting off with my melting pot. This one came from Yankee Candle. A few years back, it was a gift from one of the daycare kids for Christmas. And then I'm going to add my wooden Christmas tree that I also purchased several years ago from Home Sense. And this tree is that deep green color that the garland has, so I thought it looked good and kind of complemented the garland, the color. And then on beside it, I added my nutcracker. This was another DIY on my DIY channel. And then inside of it, I had purchased these they're soya melting wax, soya wax melting things, and they're all in a Christmas scent. I did think I showed it to you a little bit better than I did, but I will link them down in the description box. I got them at on Amazon. I am slowly switching out all of my candles and melting things for melting wax for soy wax. It's just supposed to be a little bit better for you, I guess, than the regular candles and all things. I still have a few left because I have just started doing the switch over last year, and I had purchased quite a bit of Yankee candles the year before, so I'm still working through them because I do burn them seasonally. Now on the opposite side, I have another side table, and I thought I wanted a lamp here, but then I realized that I had brought the lamp from my family room and it's in the corner there, and it was just too many lamps for my liking. So I ended up removing it and decided that I was going to add a vase to this space because I felt like this area needed some greenery. So this is a thrifted vase that I had upcycled, but I couldn't put water in it. I had to put another vase inside of it with water because it had a little crack and it was leaking. So I just got one of those hurricane vases from Dollar Tree. It fit perfectly in, and I filled it up with water because I am using, again, that real cedar here. And then I'm adding, I think this is some form of a eucalyptus. I got this, and I think I was at Home Sense many years ago, and I'm just adding it here for that little bit extra frostiness and to kind of tie in the frosted eucalyptus that I have on my garland. Then I went ahead and added a picture frame from past Christmases. It's the kids' picture in there, and then a little house from Dollar Tree that I had spray painted white with white chalky paint, and another one of those nutcrackers. And I think this little vignette or little decor looks really cute, and I can't believe how little the kids look on that picture. Now we're gonna move on to the coffee table, and I just needed to wipe it down because I had some of the frosted picks here, so all that little frostiness was on it. So I'm adding back my pillar candles that I got just at fall season at Home Sense, and then I'm going to add my truck. My truck was missing for a couple seasons, so it's back here again. And I was going to add this Christmas tree. This is from Dollarama, but you will see I quickly changed my mind and added a different one. I thought that the frosted one would look a little bit better here. And here is my lovely couch that I'm going to add this faux fur blanket on. I just want to address the couch. So I've had this couch for a very long time. We don't use this room very often. The couch isn't in a bad shape. And after we spent a lot of money last year on new furniture, new appliances, the whole downstairs redo, I do not have money to replace this furniture when it technically doesn't need to be replaced. But somebody pointed out how ugly it is, and I don't think it's ugly. I just think it's not maybe as in style as a gray piece or a beige piece would be. So I try to make it look as appealing as possible, but it is a very comfortable couch, and we do sit here on occasions, and I like to be comfortable. So until I have enough money to buy exactly what I want, this couch will have to be. And if you don't like looking at this couch, you can always just fast forward through this part. I think with the pillows and the blankets, I don't think it looks that bad. And now on the other side of the couch, I am adding my alpine trees. I did purchase these last year. I really wanted a set, and I had ended up finding one on Amazon. It wasn't Prime. It took a while to come, but nevertheless, they did come. I used them last year, and I am excited to use them again this year. It just has that right amount of natural look that I want in my decor. They do require a decent amount of fluffing up before you can use them, and the branches need to be pointed down to give that alpine tree look. And then to complete the look, I did add some of those same twinkling lights here that I also added on the garland, and I don't think I showed that part, and into the lantern. And here is the final product. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Make sure your notification bell is on, and I would love to know what you guys think about this decor, so please leave me down a comment in the comment section, and don't forget to come back because I have a lot more coming your way. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. If you have seen my previous video, well, a couple previous videos back, I did some deep cleaning. I took all my dishes off, dusted everything, wiped everything down. I also cleaned my walls, baseboards, all the fun stuff, because once I put all the decor in, it's kind of hard to get to do the deep cleaning while all the decor is on, just more of a surface dusting. So I'm starting my decor over here on my hutch, and this year I have decided not to do a complete overhaul of the hutch, but rather keep some of the pieces on that I love having here and just adding the Christmas decor to it. So some of the pieces that I like keeping here is this painting as well as the driftwood. They all have a little bit of a sentimental value. And then I have my thrifted candelabra. And then again, I went ahead into my yard because I have this massive tree that needs a lot of trimming, and I cut off a branch and I'm using it as garland on top of the hutch. I think this worked out really well. It's not going to be an area that's going to be touched very often, so I'm hoping that the branch will stay intact. I can always spray it with some hairspray just to make sure that everything stays in its place. And then wherever I was feeling like it needed a little bit more greenery, I just added small branches that I've cut off as well. And I just love the contrast of the cedar against the black. I think it looks so good. And I love the texture of cedar and the look. And now I'm going to add these wooden Christmas trees. Now I have 2 of these that I had purchased many years ago at a florist where I went to do my Christmas pots. She also was selling these trees. One of them had broken completely, and the 2 are still somewhat intact. And then a couple years back, I DIY'd a couple of them and kind of tried to make them look very similar to these, so that way I could have like a Christmas farm look whenever I put them all together, and that is what I was trying to create on this corner. Also want to say that if you guys are stopping by my channel for the very first time, welcome. My name is Sonja, and this is my decorating channel where I give you tons of seasonal decorating ideas, and then I sprinkle in some cleaning and organizing. So if this is something that you think you would enjoy watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified when my new uploads are popping up. And those of you returning, I just want to say that I am so very grateful for having you here and watching my videos and commenting. It means the world to me. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. Now we are moving on to the shelves, and like I said, I am just going to add a few little touches. I just felt like less is more this year for this hutch. I don't always feel this way. Every year is different, but this year this is what my style is going to be for this room anyways. So I just added a beaded garland just to continue with that wood look, and then I added a green and a red jingle bell into the little pot. And then on the bottom here, I'm adding my little Christmas tree farm sign that I DIY'd a while back as well, and then my red truck with the Christmas tree, and there's your little pop of red color on this hutch. I think this turned out really cute. I'm very happy with the way it looks. Like I said, going for the less is a more look. Now I'm moving on to my Teacart. I did move it away from the one corner because that's where the Christmas tree is now, and I'm adding this Noel sign that I had purchased, I would say maybe 6-7 years ago at Costco, but it has nice coloring. I kind of went away from it for a couple years and I brought it back last year. It just, the colors on it are working for me right now, so I wanted to use it at the bottom here. Not that you can see the bottom very well here, but I just felt like it needed something. And then for the top, I played around with a couple different things before I kind of settled on a few items. This wooden bowl, if you remember, I thrifted a while back and was using it in the kitchen, and I thought this space needed a little bit of woodsy color, so I thought this would look good here with some ornaments or bells or something along those lines. So I went ahead and added a couple branches from the same cedar from the front, just in here, just to add a little bit of green color into the bowl. And then I'm going to add some of my ornaments. Now the ornaments that I'm going to add is what is my latest DIY from over on my DIY channel. I had purchased these dollar store ornaments and just gave them kind of a new look, something that would go more with my color scheme. And I absolutely love the way this turned out. Now on the opposite side of my little Teacart, I like to hang the sign. I've been hanging this sign for a few years, and again, it is a DIY that I created a couple years back just using my Cricut machine, and I made a stencil, and then I used just this wrapping paper that I can get at Dollarama. I also use this paper for many other things. It reminds me of butcher paper, but it's kind of nice, has that nice rustic brown color. And I just stenciled the sign on there and taped up the rolls so they stay put, and added some rope, and that's it. It was a high-end dupe that I created. And now we're gonna move on to my table. Now we do eat dinner here almost every single night whenever the kids are home, so I wanted to keep it fairly simple. So I grabbed one of my vases and filled it up with water, and I'm going to add more of that cedar in here. Now, if you're asking yourself why I'm using so much of my cedar from the garden, I absolutely love cedar. I also like that Norfolk pine that they sell now. We cannot find that here, the branches. There is a couple towns over, there's a place that sells them. They're about $19 a branch. That is a little bit too much for me to spend because I like using greenery a lot, so I would have to spend a lot of money. This is free, it's right out of my garden. The tree needs some trimming, so it's a win-win for all of us, and it smells good. And it stays pretty, like I've mentioned before, stays fresh for a long time. And if you want it even fresher, just keep replenishing the water. So I just trimmed a couple branches off and made the arrangement. Once it was done, I just cleaned off the table, and I have to tell you guys, I am so very happy. I finally found Meyer's peppermint all-purpose cleaner. I have been wanting to try one of these for such a long time, and they just were not available anywhere where I live. I did find some at Canadian Tire, and I just saw that they also have the pine smell. I think it's pine or Christmas tree smell. So once I'm done this one, that's definitely what I'm going to be buying if they have it again. So I gave my table a good cleaning just because I was cutting all that greenery here, and I wanted it to be nice and clean for when I'm ready to put my table runner on. The table runner that I'm adding here, it kind of reminds me of like a snowy, I don't know, snowy, gives me the snowy vibes. And because of the tree that's in this room is flocked, I felt like I needed a little bit of that look on the table. It is white and it's fringed, and then it has little threads of kind of grayish silverish going through it. I've bought this at Home Sense probably about 3 or 4 years back, and I have been using it here as well as when I used to have a dinette. I used it there as well. So if you've been around for a while, you might have seen this tablecloth before. And now the opposite, because the side of the vase, I felt like it needed something, so I have added some Temu candle holders. These came in a set of 3, but I am just using 2 of them. I still would like to get some flameless pillar candles, but all in good time. So this year I went ahead and fluffed up all my trees and set them up before I started decorating any of the rooms, so that way they're ready and you don't have to watch me fluff a tree. But I am going to share with you some decorating things that I'm doing to it. So I'm adding most of the ornaments that I'm adding here are my DIY ornaments from last year. It's just, I love them so much. I thought they turned out so good. I will link a video down in the description box for you to check them out. They were pretty much made out of things you have around your house, from cinnamon to flour to baking soda to cornstarch, all sorts of stuff. I did a couple different styles. I did buy some supplies for them as well. Like I made these almost like mercury glass ornaments, so I did need to buy a couple supplies for that, but nothing too much. And I just had so much fun making them, and putting them on this tree and using them just makes my heart happy. I'm also going to be adding some brown ribbon. Now, brown ribbon was a suggestion from a subscriber last year, and I just loved the look. I didn't even think of it. I was going more, should I use black? Should I use red? And then a subscriber recommended a brown ribbon, and I found some at Walmart. So I am going to be adding that here as well. I just love creating my own ornaments. I think it makes the tree very personal, but also very unique, because most likely no one else has the same kind of ornament that you're adding to your tree. So it makes that tree very, very unique. So here are the mercury glass ones that I was talking about. And another thing that you can do elevate the look of your ornaments is you can add ribbon instead of hanging hooks, or even like a rope or something a little bit fancier than just those green hooks. The last ornament that I showed you, that actually was a gift from a friend for my birthday, and I love that ornament. And that ornament actually kind of started the whole look for this tree. So kind of an inspiration for the rest of the ornaments. And I'm pretty sure that one came from Home Sense. And here is another one of my DIY ornaments. I love these. I thought they turned out so good. And then the last thing that I'm going to be adding to this tree is these little snowmen. This was a gift from one of my daycare kids several years back, and I thought they looked really cute right beside this tree. So here is a little close-up of what the tree looks like and some of those ornaments. And this completes my dining room decorate with me video for this year. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It is a little different than last year. Let me know what you think. If you've seen my last year's, which one you like better. And like I said, if you're stopping by my channel for the very first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified when new videos come up. And also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you had enjoyed it. So until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Here is a quick little look of my room. This has taken me probably several days to complete. I started off by setting up the tree and fluffing it. I did not take you along for that. We all know, well, I hope we all know how to fluff a tree, but if you don't know how to fluff it, you just fluff it until you reach the desired thickness of the tree. So I'm starting off with my mantle, and I had already put my command hooks here. I just used clear ones here, and then I didn't have enough, so I did use a small white one just in the middle, because originally I wasn't going to use one in the middle, but we all know how that turned out in my living room. So I'm starting off with this cedar garland. This is last year's purchase from Home Sense. It was a steal. I think I paid like $34.99 for it, and I think it's 9 feet long, so really good deal. And then I did purchase my Norfolk pine garland at Canadian Tire. Now, an FYI, I paid $59.99 for it, but I did double check what their price guarantee was. The lady told me it was 14 days. She did tell me that that's now standard across all Canadian Tires. So it happened to come on sale 7 days later for 25% off. So I did go back to get my money back. So I think the wreaths ended up being $42 or $44. So a little bit of savings, but I did use that saved money to purchase something else, which I will share with you in just a little bit. This Norfolk pine isn't the easiest garland to work with. It's not very bendable the way I wanted it to be, but I did love the end result. If you're stopping by my channel for the very first time, my name is Sonja, and on this channel we do lots of decorating videos, especially seasonal decorating, and I also share lots of cleaning and organizing videos as well, sprinkled in between the decorating. So if this is something that you enjoy watching, I would love it if you considered subscribing, and don't forget to press the notification bell so you get notified when my videos come up. I still have a few Christmas decorate with me videos coming your way, so you definitely want that notification bell to be on so you get notified when those do pop up on my channel. So I don't know if you guys have been seeing, but it is very much in style to have a bit of an offset garland, so longer on one side, shorter on the other. I wanted my top to be really thick, so I did use the new garland and just doubled it up on top. It is each of them were 6 feet, so it is a shorter garland, and my mantle is quite long. I think it's almost 65 inches, if it's not even longer, because I think it was 65 inches when it was original, and I did build the top for it last year, and I think I made it a little bit bigger. So let's say right around 70 inches, which I'm not quite sure how many feet that is. But anyways, I put 2 of the Norfolk garlands on top, and then I just had the cedar one hanging down. It is a little bit thinner than I would like it. I am considering adding maybe a little bit more greenery to the bottom of it just to thicken it up, but I haven't done that in this video. You'll just have to come back and see if I did it when I share my home tour. To attach the garland and keep it kind of in place, I did use a little bit of a twine just to tie it up. You can also use twist ties if you want, or add more command hooks, but I found that the burlappy twine, like the brown twine, worked very well for that. On the end of it, I did add some bells. These are small bells that I had purchased last year on Amazon. It was a set of, I think, like 10 or 12 of them, and I stringed them together with a jute rope just to give it that rustic hanging cascading look. And I also added some, well, I was going to add some black ribbon to it, and then I did change my mind and just left the bells as they were. Now moving on, I'm going to start decorating the tree. And if you've been around on this channel, you know that the tree in my family room is very traditional Christmas tree, lots of traditional colors, your reds, your golds, and your greens. So I'm starting off with this berry wreath. Now I've had this since my husband and I moved in together, which is like, oh my goodness, like 27 years ago. Well, maybe not that long, about 25 years, let's say. And I add that to my tree all around it, and just kind of have branches popping out. I love how subtle that look is. Here and there you just see these little berries popping out. I've been doing this, like I said, ever since I had a tree. There was a period where I had made a garland out of the wreath out of this garland, but then that lasted for a few years, and then I took it apart and added the trees back into the garland back into the tree. I think it's just such a nice classic look, and I just love doing it. Once I'm done adding the garland, I'm going to start with my largest ornaments that I have. So the largest ones are bells. These came from Dollarama, and I just take two of them and just loop them together, and then I hang that onto a tree so they look like they are tied together. You can tie them as well. I've just been doing it this way, and I love the look. I should really go get 2 more because I have 4 of them, and I think 3 sets would look better than 2. I always think odd numbers together are better than even numbers. Now next ornaments are these pomegranates, and again I've had these for several years. I did purchase them at a florist at the mall. There used to be this store that had an amazing Christmas decorations and would really do up beautiful setup of a living room in their display, and then they had several different themed trees, and I just fell in love with everything that they've had. The owners now have changed, and the people that own it now don't go all out for Christmas the way she used to, but when she did, I purchased some of these ornaments from her. I even remember back then they were like $20 an ornament, so it was a bit of a splurge for me, but nevertheless, they have lasted me several years. I'm going to now just add some pickles to the tree. I did talk about these pickles last year. They are just from Dollar Tree. I did purchase several of them, but my niece ended up taking a few of them because she thought it was the cutest thing to have a pickle on a tree. So I gave her a couple sets. So I have, I think, 4 on the tree. It's my husband's thing, so, and we don't hide the pickle. The pickles are pretty obvious, but I guess you can hide the pickles, and then whoever finds the pickle gets an extra Christmas present. But my husband saw a pickle tree in Epcot in a German pavilion, and he fell in love with it. If he had it his way, this tree would be a pickle tree, but we know better. So the next ornaments, I'm adding my gold ornaments and then my red ornaments. They're the same size, and they're just gold speckled ornaments. And now these are a little bit different. They are more have more design on them. So I have a couple in this size, and then I also have same ones but in a smaller size. And I don't have really a system of adding these on. I just kind of put some on, look back, see where there's spot for more, where it looks bare, and then I add the other ornament there. And I try not to have too many same colors clustered together, kind of spread it out. And once all the big balls are on, I'm going to go ahead with smaller ones and just add them around again. And then once all my balls are on, I go with ornaments. Most of my ornaments either came from Canadian Tire or Dollar Store that are here. There's one that's from our travels, and then I think that's about sums it up from where my ornaments came from. Yes, and once ornaments are on, these grapes go on. I've talked about these grapes. I think every year I share this video. They came from a dollar store called Looney Lizard. When we first bought the tree, I thought they were the coolest thing, and I've been putting them on a tree since then alongside the berries. I think the berries even came from the same dollar store. And I think I have about 20 of them, and I just placed them all over the tree. My tree that was here used to be bigger, and it was a Michael's tree, and I had it for over 20 years, and it completely disintegrated. So this is a second year for this tree. So, but I don't think I have too many grapes. I think I just have enough. Once all the grapes were on, I did proceed to add this angel, which refused to stay on. I struggled with it for a little bit. I did manage to put it up. It did end up falling. So when I do my final video, the tree does not have an angel on it. I'm not sure if I'm going to add one, but I'm going to see if I can find something better to put on top. It is cracked on the bottom, and I think that's why it keeps flipping off. But I did try to put them on because everything else is fine. It's just the little base is cracked. So let's see if I can fix it or buy something new. We'll see. And the last thing that this tree needed was a skirt. I did purchase this last year at HomeSense, and I love it. It's fairly large. I think it would be good for a much bigger tree, but it does work here. You just have to tie it at the back. The ties sometimes do come apart, but it doesn't bother me whatsoever. This is where the presents go as well, so it does hold it in. The presents will hold it in place. And I do want to report that the tree's been up now for a week, and the kids, even though they don't spend a lot of time up here, the daycare kids, it is our kind of meeting point in the morning and at the end of the night. They have not touched it once. I am very impressed. Now my husband has finally installed these things that I bought last year when we were renovating at HomeSense. I did end up painting the inside black. It was more of a rust kind of silver color, but I did paint it black because I thought it would look better on with my decor. The wood around it is very similar to the wood that I have on my coffee table as well as my mantle. And I am adding these wreaths. Now I share this wreath at the first video that I shared, which was my front entryway, because I originally put one there. It is a Norfolk pine wreath. They're the mini wreath. They're 6-inch on the inside, and I absolutely love them. So I decided that I wanted 2 of them, so I added 2 here. And for the front foyer, I bought a different wreath, which you will again just have to come back for the home tour to see which wreath I did use. It was a very budget friendly wreath, and I was very happy that I found them. I wanted to share a closer look so you can see how beautiful these wreaths are, because the light during that time was not the greatest. So this is the next day, and as we sat with our tree, we felt like it was missing something, and my husband thought that he wanted some berries in a tree. So we went to Sheridan Nurseries, which is a great store for Christmas decor. It is very pricey as well. Sometimes you can find good deals. A lot of my Christmas trees came from there. However, the berries were a little bit expensive, and I thought that I could probably find some at Dollarama, and I sure did. I found these. However, we did not love the leaves on them. So I bought 8 of them, and I did remove the leaves off. And then when I was removing the leaves, I did notice that there was one that the leaves were different than the other ones, and I thought that those leaves probably would have worked. These were, I don't know, I just did not love these wreaths whatsoever, but they just ripped off. I was struggling with a price sticker to take it off, but the leaves came right off, and then the berries look like the ones that came from Sheridan. However, the ones at Sheridan were $19.99, and these were, I think, $2, $2.25, so a lot cheaper, especially when you're buying 8 of them. I have similar ones for my pot outside, so I knew that somebody had them, just couldn't remember whether it was Dollarama or Dollar Tree, but it was Dollarama that had them. So I'm just spreading out the little branches, and now I'm going to just added two little spots where we felt like it was bare. So this combined with the little mini berries from the garland just made the tree look even more spectacular. I have to give credit for this to my husband, who tends to get involved in my decorating all the time. And this time it was for a good cause. So these are the berries, the rest of the berries. So I just wanted to show you how nice this looks. So remember how I told you I saved money on the garland, and when we were at the Sheridan Nurseries, I found some bells. I am going to replace the bells that are hanging here because those are bigger and nicer looking, and I thought they would look better here. I also added some twinkling lights to my garland as well. One of them was acting up a little bit, but I did manage to fix it. So I'm quite happy that I found these bells. They were, I think I will show you the price tag. I think they were $24.99. So as you can see, they're much bigger than the other ones. And here is a little look on the fireplace with the fire on, and I just think it looks beautiful. I love this garland and I love the bells. It makes my heart happy. Now I'm going to turn my camera this way and do something about the couches, the coffee table, and the side table. I thought I'd show you these pillows. I did get these last year at Home Sense. It was a set of 2, and I did only add 2 pillows here because I already have the black stripe ones here as well, and I thought 2 would have been enough. And then I added a nice white soft blanket to the other side. And on the chair, I added my holidays pillow that I've had for several years, and it's from Home Sense as well. For the coffee table, I'm going to add a vase that I purchased last year. It was actually this year at the, it was last year at Home Sense. It was on clearance, and I added some cedar branches. Now, these cedar branches are real branches. Several years back, I bought a bunch, like a bouquet of them at Home Sense, and I know that I paid $12.99, and I think there was like 12 of them in there. So I used several of them in here. And then I paired it up with a tree from Dollarama, my DIY bell, and then I thought I wanted some antlers and this candle. This candle came from Dublin Mercantile over in Bayfield, Ontario, and I love that candle. Don't love the smell of it all that much, but I love the look of it. So I kind of played around as to what I wanted this to look like. I'm not sure that I am 100% with the end result. I might play around with it a little bit more, but I would love to know what you guys think about the end result. Do you like it? Do you think I should add something, remove something? I would love to know. Sometimes all it takes is one of you to suggest something that I didn't think of, and it would be like the light bulb goes off. And over here I have a diffuser, which I'm just going to put on the floor. I can use it on the floor. And I still haven't found a side table that I want that will go here perfect. I'm still on a hunt because I am looking for secondhand, so it does take a little time. And I'm adding my little red house that lights up. This is, well, it's not that little, but it is a house. It came from Home Sense last year, and I'm pairing it up with a little burlap Christmas tree from Dollarama. I did put some twinkling lights on this tree as well, just to add some more light to this area. I like that the candle in the house flickers. However, it is a little bit more yellow than the rest of the lights that I have going on in the house. And to complete this look, I'm going to be adding my little red truck that I've had now for a while, and I think it did come from Home Sense as well. Now the trees in this truck are completely different color, but I don't care. I think it all looks really cute. So here is my room all done, and I would love to know what you guys think. And I know some people have asked me last year when I shared I do not have one of those frame TVs. That is just a YouTube channel that I googled. That I searched for. It's Christmas art, TV art, screensaver, and you can choose from many different ones, and that is what I put on, and I love it. You can have one for every season. So I think this room turned out so cute. I love it. It's very traditional colors, and it kind of ties all the red throughout the house together, and I love it. Let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and I will see you all in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. So here is what my little coffee station cocoa bar station looks like. It is very tiny, but we're gonna make the best of it. I kept my coffee maker here. This is an espresso iced coffee maker, and it also has hot water, which is great for hot cocoa. And I always like to add signs. Now, if you've been following along for a while, you know that my hot cocoa station used to be in my dining room. And it used to be very big, so we are trying to cram all those things that I've had on that one into this small space. I did have to give up a couple things, especially my big black sign that I had. I couldn't find it where to fit it in the hot cocoa station. So because we drink more coffee than hot cocoa, I am incorporating a couple of coffee things like this syrup. It is to make, we like to make what is it called? Creme brulee coffee. It's kind of a Starbucks dupe, a lot less sugar, a lot less calories. So I have a salted caramel right now in there, and that's what we use. I also like to have some spoons on hand just to mix everything up. And my spoons that I'm using are part of a cutlery set that I got from my aunt for our wedding a while back. I did place the spoons in a thrifted creamer cup. And then I play around with it a lot. Still kind of figuring out what works in this corner. It is my second year decorating for the cocoa bar here. And like I said, I'm still trying to figure out what works, what doesn't, which signs I want to have here, how I want to place them and all that. So I just want to take you along with me for that.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the windows in the rain is pouring.
So I'm going to leave that for now and move on to my upper shelf where I'm putting my Mickey Mouse Disney Christmas countdown. I did get this at Disney World several years back, and I just love all the colors that are on here. And now it's time to add all the fun things for the cocoa bar. So I'm adding just a milk chocolate, hot chocolate. This is from President Choice. You can get that at Sears. I've had this for a while, so I'm just gonna empty the whole thing out. This is one of our kids' favorites, so I just always have it on hand. I'm also going to add a couple other things. I've got some marshmallows, mini marshmallows, as well as some crushed candy cane. I got my crushed candy cane at Bulk Barn. It is pretty much the only place that I can find it locally where I live. I did try and go to find some fun things to add to my hot cocoa station, but there weren't many fun things that really caught my eye to add. I did buy a few things, but I wouldn't say they were like life-changing fun things for a hot cocoa station.
Always be Christmas in my heart, but this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sanctuary. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart, and I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the windows in the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the
I decided to put this over here where I did place the Christmas tree, and I'm just going to play around with this area because I wasn't loving with the way that was looking, and I do apologize for constantly having my head in the way, but it is a very awkward corner to record, and I'm still trying to figure out what is the best way to place the camera so I'm not in the way, but there's not a lot of room to move where I can just do it without my head being in the way. So these are the spoons that I got. They are milk chocolate spoons with a little bit of white chocolate and some sprinkles, like candy cane sprinkles, and I do place them in a shot glass or a toothpick holder, as some would like to call it, just so they sit a little bit nicer. And then I also have these candy cane spoons, and they are from Dollar Tree. I did buy them last year, and I still have several left over. And I'm just going to add a couple of these gingerbread ornaments. I have gingerbread, candy canes, Christmas tree, and they all came from Michael's except Christmas tree. I did DIY that.
Here we go. All right. Now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance, dance, dance. Come on. We're gonna dance, dance. Have a good time. Dance, dance. All night long, we're gonna dance, dance. And have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling, or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my
Now moving on to the top shelf, I wanted to continue kind of with a gingerbread theme, so I'm going to add my gingerbread house. This I'm pretty sure came from Michael's, but I did find it at Value Village several years back. And then I was thinking about adding this sign, but I ended up switching it for a different one just because I just wasn't loving it. And then I'm going to add a small Christmas tree. I would like to add a little bit of twinkling lights to this tree. I just need to go get some more because I've used them all up. And then I have this Ray Dunn mug, but I did think that it was a little bit out of place here. So I'm going to move it onto my coffee maker and just maybe leave the topper here. But just because I love the topper with the little gingerbread. And this is another thing that I bought, these little sprinkles. They came in their own little caddy, so I thought they would the kids would have fun adding those to the hot chocolate. And when I say kids, my kids are 20 and 21-year-olds, so they're not little, but they still like to add fun things to their drinks. Well, who doesn't, right? So the sign that I'm adding back is a hot cocoa sign, and I picked this up at Dollarama this year just because I love everything that's kind of hot cocoa style with like red and the candy cane look. I just love all that, and the gingerbread stuff. So I wanted to make this corner fun, and it kind of ties in the traditional Christmas tree that's all in my family room. And if you had missed that video, make sure you check it out because I do love the way that room turned out. It is probably the only room in the house that's really traditional color Christmas. The rest are different colors. That's what happens when you can't decide which color you want to add to your house, so you have a different color in every room.
hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. Doesn't matter, it's Christmas in my heart.
The hot cocoa sign that I added is a DIY that I made on my DIY channel several years back, and I used a command strip, double-sided picture wall hanging strips to hang it up. Last year I tried with a sticky tack and it just kept falling off, and then I decided to raise up the bottom sign, and I'm just using a small command hook to do so.
Whoa, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, da, da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately. I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been...
So just to lower the camera and show you how that looks, I think that looks much better than just having the sign right on the floor and being blocked by the little jars. And now the last thing that I'm going to be adding is on my first shelf. I still wanted to add my little Disney Christmas mug that I got the year we went there during Christmas, and I made the topper for it on my DIY channel. I think this turned out really cute. I love it. It makes my heart happy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Make sure to check out the playlist of all my other decorating videos. We are nearing the end, and I can't wait to share with you my kitchen and then my home tour. So make sure you stay tuned for all that, and make sure that bell is on. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you all so much for watching. So here is what the kitchen looks like, all empty. I had deep cleaned it, wiped everything down, took all the decor off. I like to start with a clean slate and kind of like an artist starting with an empty canvas. I love switching out decor in the kitchen for the season, but I do try and keep it minimal because we do cook a lot, bake a lot. Everybody in the house cooks, so I need minimal decor in the kitchen. So I like to group things on this tray, and I did pick up this tray at Home Sense probably a couple seasons ago, and I like just having it on everything on a tray, so that way if I need to use the whole island, which I do at this time of the year when we entertain, I set up my island as one big charcuterie board, so I like to be able just to pick up everything and move it. And I'm adding this vase. I did get this vase at Home Sense as well, again a few seasons ago, but I did pick up these floral picks from Dollarama. They're just so pretty, and they have a little bit of snow frosting on them, and they also have small pine cones. I would have loved to have had some of that Norfolk pine in this vase, but I was not able to find any locally. I even went and checked if I can find real stuff, but no such luck. So I improvised, and I'm quite happy with the end result. So I bought two of these because that's all that they had. Usually I like to buy three sets of three, but I think they only had two. And then I went and had some of this cedar still, so I added that is the real cedar that I used in my family room, which is a video that I posted a couple videos ago. I will link it in the corner for you to check it out in case if you missed it. Most of the cedar that I do use around my house is real. I just had this one large bunch that I picked up at Home Sense a couple years back, and I had kind of divided it among all the among these two rooms. I do have a cedar garland as well as a Norfolk garland in my family room, which is just right off the kitchen here, so I wanted to incorporate that. Now all of these branches I've had on hand. I'm pretty sure they all came from Dollarama. They could have come from Dollar Tree too, I can't quite remember, but they're really pretty greenery, and I kind of folded them down so they look like they're drooping. It just makes them look a little bit more realistic, I find, anyways. So I am just adding them all around until I fill up the pot to the way I want it to be filled. I might add some berries to it, but I'm not quite sure whether I will or not. Now to fill in the rest of the tray, I kind of play around with this. I always try and show you my process. I kind of play around with different decors, different things that go on here until I am happy with the way it looks. It's just a creative process, I guess you could call it, and I like to show it to you so you don't think that I just know how things go and that's it. And I most of the time don't rehearse it prior to the video, so I always like to show you the process. So the little pine tree or a bouquet came from HomeSense. The little bowl was thrifted. I upcycled it, and the little bells came from Amazon. I did think that I wanted to fill this, so now I'm using the real cedar. I just had a couple little branches that I took off for my other decor, so I'm adding them here. And then I have these little gingerbread men and these cookie cutters. Now the cookie cutters are just the metal ones that you could get at the dollar store, but I did paint them and made them look aged. I'm not using these for baking, they're strictly decoration, and I have a little bit of twine on them. And then these gingerbread men I bought at a local small store a couple years back. They look like real gingerbread cookies, and I like using them. Previous years I hung them on a little tree that I had in the kitchen. This year I don't have a little tree in the kitchen, but I still wanted to use them. So I felt like the bowl needed a little bit more height, so I'm just adding a filler, and then I'm putting moss on top of it, and then I'm going to add the greenery on top. And after all that, I was not happy with it, so I thought this cloche would look better and more clear and a little bit softer, if you kind of understand what I'm trying to achieve here. So I do think that that looks a little bit better. I will show you a close-up as soon as I finish doing the tray. Now I am adding this mailbox. It's Santa's mailbox. It is actually a candle. This was a new purchase from Home Sense. And it has I think it has soy wax in it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be actually lighting this candle. It's more for the decor because I just love the little mailbox. And now I was just looking for things to add at the bottom, and I thought the bells would look nice here. And here is what it looks like. I did end up adding some berries to it as well. And I added a little deer and then bells with some coasters. Now moving on to my sink area, I bought this riser at Home Sense a while back. I did have something else here, but the water had kind of damaged it, so I bought another one, which I'm pretty sure I need to get a good sealer and seal it. And then I just added one of these little red houses that came as a set from Costco. And I had to have the door open even though it was cold because these guys were going in and out, and I wasn't sure whether he was trying to get in and didn't realize the door was open, or whether he was just asking Duke to come out. This is Frank, and in short little bit you will see Duke come out to meet him. I don't know what kind of shenanigans they were up to. Now moving on to my other corner, I always like to add some sort of color because I do find that it's a lot of white and it feels a little cold. So I wanted to add, I thought a small Christmas tree would look good here with some lights. Now I would like to hide that outlet. It's not an outlet that we use a lot, so I would like to hide it. So I was just trying to build up stuff to add some height so it kind of covers it. So as you can see, I am struggling with it. It's just, I wasn't loving the way anything was coming out. I wasn't happy with it. I tried switching stuff around. It's just wasn't working. So I decided to take a break and move on to the other side and then come back to this side after I was done here. So I keep my mixer here all the time, and I think it's a perfect corner for it. I'm so glad that I actually can keep it up top because, as you guys know, it is a very heavy mixer and I use it quite often. So it was it's too heavy to constantly pick up and put up, so it's nice to have a spot for it. In my old kitchen I couldn't fit it, it was too low. This is a little bit, I have a little bit more space, so it's nice that it actually fits. And I always like adding some sort of a Christmassy kitchen dishcloth, kitchen cloth, kitchen rag. No, it's not rag, it's a, why do I struggle with this word so much? This is what happens when English is your second language. Sometimes you just forget what things are called. So nevertheless, I add this here, and then I am adding some just cooking utensils, spatulas and stuff like that. These are Disney inspired. I got them as a Christmas gift last year. And then this is new, the little Christmas tree charcuterie board. I got that at HomeSense, and I thought it would look perfect here, and it kind of acts as a double thing. It's a decor as well as I use it as a charcuterie board. I wanted to add a pop of color here, and as you saw, berries were too tall, so I had this candle holder for a while now. I'm not going to be lighting any candles here. I'm always too scared to light them underneath the kitchen cabinets, but I thought it looks good. I think I'm going to put like a votive candle, battery operated, in there so I can turn it on and add the sparkle. And here it is. I think this corner looks so cute. Just enough pops of color and a lot of wood to soften the space up. So now back to this corner, trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. I might just completely take a break from it because even though I was trying to add this tray is from Bouclair, and it is so useless because, as you can see, it completely tips. It needs to be more of a solid piece so it does not tip by items on it. I thought these houses would look good and add the redness to carry it through from the rest of the redness that's in the kitchen and in the room, but I was just not loving this. So I ended up moving on to another area of the kitchen because this was just giving me anxiety and I needed a break from it completely. So now I'm going to work on my hot cocoa station, and here I like adding a lot of hot cocoa, gingerbready kind of ideas, candy cane, like just a lot of fun things, lots of red color. I just love the way everything looks mixed in with some greens and some natural elements. So I add signs, mugs, and just some gingerbread house and just little things like that. We use this as a coffee more than a hot cocoa station, but the kids love having this station up. Even though they're in their 20s, they still love having a hot cocoa. So it's been a tradition in my house for many years now to have a hot cocoa station, so I keep making it for them and for myself. And if you would like to see more detailed video on this hot cocoa station and where everything came from and the whole thinking process of it, I will link the video up in the sky for you to check out. I did do a lot longer video and a lot more explanation of where everything comes from.
Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the
let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the January. Doesn't matter, it's Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, and that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the January. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go. All right. Dance, dance, now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance, 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 come on. Dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna
This area is so fun, and I love all the pops of red color and how all the wood warms it up. And then there's a little bit of green as well. Now back to this area again. I am switching things around again, and I had taken this piece of wood, the cutting board from the other side, and just left two cutting boards there. I mean, a cutting board and charcuterie. And I brought this green, it looks like rosemary to me. It is just fall fake florals, and I'm adding a gingerbread sign, and this will have to do for now. And then on the opposite side, I'm going to hang my gingerbread bakery sign that I DIY'd several years back. I love this sign. Again, that red, pops of red and white, just I just love the way that looks, and it looks all nicely tied in together with my more traditional decor that I have in my family room. And to complete the whole kitchen look, I am just going to add my another kitchen cloth here. This reminds me of a candy cane, and I love the way it looks on my stove. And this is it. What do you guys think? I think it has just the right amount of decor without cluttering too much of my work areas. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and make sure you come back next week because I will be sharing my home tour, and there might be just some changes to the kitchen and some of the other areas in the house. You'll just have to come back and check that out. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified when these videos pop up, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. you.